The Palm Tree of Eo. Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by green fields and tall palm trees, there lived a young man named Eo. Everyone in the village knew Eo. He was cheerful, friendly, and always wore a bright smile. No matter how difficult life became, Eo always found a reason to laugh. But there was one thing people worried about. Eo wanted success without patience. Whenever he saw a farmer harvesting baskets of healthy yams, he wished he could harvest even more. Whenever he saw traders returning from the market with profits, he wished he could become richer than all of them. Whenever people praised the skilled craftsman, Eo wished he could receive greater praise. He wanted the rewards. But he did not always want the journey. And more than anything else, Eo loved shortcuts. One year, a long dry season arrived. The rivers became smaller. The grass turned brown. The farms produced fewer crops than usual. Food became harder to grow. Many villagers woke up before sunrise and worked harder than ever to support their families. Yet while others worked, Eo spent much of his time dreaming. He dreamed of becoming wealthy. He dreamed of living in a large house. He dreamed of having more than everyone else. One hot afternoon, while wandering near the edge of the forest, Eo noticed something unusual. Standing among the trees was a giant palm tree unlike any he had ever seen. The tree was enormous. Its trunk seemed tall enough to touch the clouds. Its leaves sparkled in the sunlight like polished emeralds. Eo stopped walking. He had lived near this forest his entire life. Yet he had never seen this tree before. Curious, he slowly moved closer. As he approached, a voice suddenly echoed through the forest. Eo. He froze immediately. The voice was deep but calm. Eo looked left. Then right. There was nobody there. For a moment, the forest became completely silent. Then the voice spoke again. Eo. A chill ran down his spine. Who is there? He asked nervously. To his surprise, the answer came at once. I am the spirit of this palm tree. Eo stared at the giant tree. His heart beat faster. The voice continued. I know what is in your heart. Eo swallowed. And what is that? The tree answered. You want success? Eo nodded. Yes. You want wealth? Yes. You want respect? Yes. The forest grew quiet again. Then the tree spoke. I can help you. Eo's eyes widened. Really? Yes. A branch swayed gently above him. Every morning, one golden palm nut will appear beneath my roots. Eo could hardly believe what he was hearing. The tree continued. You may collect one nut each day. Only one. Eo asked. Only one. Eo frowned slightly. The tree spoke again. If you are patient, these nuts will bring great blessings. Eo immediately agreed. The next morning, before sunrise, he hurried back to the forest. And there, resting beneath the roots, was a golden palm nut. It shone brilliantly in the morning light. Eo picked it up carefully. Then he rushed to the market. When traders saw the golden nut, they gathered around him in amazement. Some offered food. Others offered tools. Others offered valuable goods. By sunset, Eo had earned more than he normally earned in several weeks. For the first time, he felt hopeful. The following morning, another golden palm nut appeared. And the next day, another. Then another. Weeks passed. Slowly, Eo's life began to improve. He repaired the roof of his house. He purchased better farming tools. He helped his parents. He even shared with a few neighbors. The villagers noticed the changes. Many praised his progress. At first, Eo felt grateful. Every morning he thanked the palm tree. Every evening he smiled with appreciation. But little by little, something changed. As his wealth increased, his gratitude began to fade. And in its place, another feeling quietly grew. Greed. One evening, Eo sat alone counting his earnings. The pile before him was larger than anything he had ever owned. Yet instead of feeling satisfied, he began thinking. If one golden palm nut helps this much, imagine what would happen if I had them all. The thought stayed in his mind. The next day he returned to the tree. Why must I take only one nut each day? He asked. The tree answered calmly. Because patience grows blessings. But Eo was not satisfied. Days later, he returned again. Surely there are more hidden beneath your roots. The tree said nothing. Its silence only made Eo more curious. That night, while the village slept peacefully, Eo carried a shovel into the forest. Moonlight filtered through the leaves above him. When he reached the giant palm tree, he looked around carefully. The forest was quiet. Slowly, he began digging. At first, he found nothing. But he continued. Deeper. And deeper. Then suddenly, his shovel struck something hard. Eo cleared away the soil. His eyes widened. Beneath the roots were dozens of golden palm nuts. Dozens. His heart filled with excitement. I knew it, he whispered. Without thinking about the warning, he gathered as many as he could carry. Then he hurried home before sunrise. The next morning, he rushed proudly to the market. But something strange happened. The golden palm nuts no longer shone. Their bright glow had disappeared. By afternoon, they looked like ordinary palm nuts. Nobody wanted them. Nobody offered money. Nobody offered goods. Nobody showed interest. Confused and worried, Eo ran back to the giant palm tree. What happened? He cried. The tree's voice echoed through the forest. You forgot the lesson. What lesson? The blessing was never in the nuts. Eo stood silently. The blessing was in patience. The word struck him deeply. The tree continued. Each day you were learning discipline. Each day you were learning gratitude. Each day you were learning how to grow. Eo lowered his head. For the first time, he truly understood. The tree spoke one final time. When people receive everything at once, they often lose the wisdom needed to keep it. Eo remained silent for a long moment. Then he quietly apologized. From that day forward, he stopped searching for shortcuts. He returned to farming. He worked diligently. He helped his neighbors. He earned success through patience and effort. Years passed. The dry season eventually ended. The village flourished once again. Children often gathered around Eo to listen to his stories. Whenever they asked him the secret of success, he would smile and point toward the distant forest. Then he would say, "Great things grow one day at a time." And though the giant palm tree was never seen again, its lesson remained. Patience may seem slow, but patience often carries the greatest rewards. The end.